In this video, we take a look at the top 10 best RTX shaders for Minecraft Bedrock 1.21.7. The downloads to all these shaders can be found in the link in the description down below and in the pinned comment, but let's get started. Starting off this video very strong, we have the Roundista 128x shader. So when you load into the shader, here is how things will look like. So the really cool thing about this shader is the textures. So if we go over here to like the grass and stuff like that and like the leaves, you'll notice that it is made to be like far more round. It definitely does have like a kind of grainy effect. It's a little bit hard to describe, but it also kind of has like a 3D effect as well, so it will definitely change all of the textures in your Minecraft world, and things honestly do look pretty good. RTX honestly will never get old for me, guys. Like, this here is just absolutely beautiful. Look at these sun rays over here. It looks absolutely magnificent, and here's how like the birch wood looks like and stuff like that, and the stone as well. So yeah, I really do like the custom textures that we do get in this RTX shader. But guys, here is how the sunset looks like. It is absolutely beautiful, and again, this will just transform any of your Minecraft Bedrock world. Next up, we have the RTX Des Bijoux. Okay, I don't even know how to pronounce that, guys. Please do not roast me in the comment section, but we got this one over here. So when you load into the shader, here's how things will look like, and yo, I love the way the sands look like. The sand literally is made to have like this cool 3D effect, which I absolutely, and yo, look at the turtle, dude. This is so cool. They made it the turtle shell like brown, which is honestly pretty nice. And yo, all right, man, this is just a total vibe, man. You know what? I just love RTX so much, guys. You can never go wrong with it. Here is how the water does look like, and of course, just like any other RTX shader, the underwater is just absolutely spectacular. I mean, take a look at this, guys. Look at how realistic every single texture is, from the seaweed to the gravel on the floor, guys. Like, legit, every single aspect of the shader is just made to be a million times better. Let's go ahead and take a look at the leaves, because the leaves also do look pretty good. So that is honestly pretty nice. And let's take a look at some of the other common textures. So over here, we got my favorite block of this entire shader, and that is the iron block. So here's how the iron block looks like. It is honestly so cool. It is so realistic. It has like light being reflected, and we do get connected glass as well. So that will honestly make for some pretty smooth builds in your Minecraft world. We also do have things like oak planks over here, and basically every single texture you could think of is made to be far more realistic in this awesome shader. Next up, we have the Stylista 128x shader. So when you load into this shader, here's how things will look like. Things will honestly look pretty good. And first things first is that the textures are made to be incredibly realistic. Take a look at that, boys. As you're able to tell, there is just a ton of detail in the actual dirt block itself, so I can definitely appreciate that. Same thing with like all the leaves and stuff like that. We do have the water over here as well. So here's how some of the blocks look like. Unfortunately, the iron isn't as like reflective or anything like that, so this is definitely like more of a chill RTX shader. So this is definitely like a lower end RTX shader. So this is like if you have an RTX 2060, for example, like I do, then this will definitely be the perfect shader, because you're still able to get the nice graphics, but it is not going to completely like ruin your game or like cause you to lag or anything like that. But yeah, honestly, my PC is getting pretty old, guys. I do have an RTX 2060 just for reference, guys. All right, but let's go ahead and take a look at the water. So here's how the water does look like. It definitely does look pretty good. And let's actually set this shader to sunset really quickly, and I'm honestly really curious to see how it does look like, and it just looks absolutely spectacular, guys. And this might be a controversial take, but honestly, I prefer vibrant visual sunsets over RTX sunsets. I don't know, guys, that might be a little bit controversial, but I think vibrant visual sunsets just look a little bit better than RTX sunsets. But nonetheless, this is still just absolutely gorgeous. Next up, we have the Plague PBR RTX glowing ore shader. When you load into this shader, here's how things will look like, and things honestly look pretty good, and it will basically be like the vanilla Minecraft. However, the significant change here is actually the ores. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the ores right over here, because they actually glow in the dark. So look, guys, if I go ahead and set it to nighttime, you will notice that the ores will actually be glowing, and this is honestly just incredibly useful, especially if you're out caving using an RTX shader. You literally won't be able to miss ores, because it is literally just going to be incredibly bright. And let's go ahead and take a look at the emerald ore. Yo, this is pretty cool. We got like a green glowy effect over here, and with the gold as well, we have like a yellow glowy effect as well. So this is honestly pretty cool, guys, and this will just help you out a ton. And even the iron glows as well, which is honestly really sweet. And let's see if the coal ores, I highly doubt it, but you never know. Oh, it does. it does a little bit actually. All right, that is actually pretty useful. So yeah, this is like the major change with the shader, and it will definitely be helpful if you're playing on a survival world. Next up, we have the vanilla Reforged RTX shader. When you load into the shader, here's how things will look like. Things will honestly look pretty good if you do ask me. And yo, look at the water. The water is actually made to be a little bit different. It doesn't look like the vanilla Minecraft over here. It is made to be incredibly reflective. I mean, look at the shoreline over here. You're literally able to see like the trees being reflected on the water over there. So that is honestly pretty cool. But guys, if we go underwater, here's how things will look like. Things will look pretty good. So this is honestly absolutely insane right over here. We do get like a blue tint whenever we are underwater. And another really cool thing is that the sun is being reflected on the water as well. So that is honestly another major plus about this shader as well. And look at that. We actually do get the iron block. It looks so good, guys. There's a lot of light being reflected on it, and like the glass as well. It also does look pretty good. So I just love the iron, guys. Like the iron, especially in these types of RTX shaders, are typically my favorite. But yeah, apart from that, everything is like the vanilla Minecraft. But I do think that with this shader in particular, they even make the rails like look absolutely majestic. So look at that, boys. You will notice that the rails will have a little bit of iron in them, and even that iron is made to be reflective. So that is honestly pretty good. And as you're able to tell, there is just a ton of attention to detail in this RTX pack. Next up, we have the cartoon RTX shader. When you load into this shader, here's how things will look like. So the textures are made to be hyper realistic, guys, and it is made to be in this really cool cartoon theme. So if you go ahead and look around, you will notice that all of these textures are made to be far more realistic, and of course they are made to be like more cartoony, if that does make any sense. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you guys how the textures look like. Yo, this is pretty cool. And yo, they add like their own details as well. For example, in like the corner rails over here, they add like this magnet thingamajiggy, or is that supposed to be a sign? I have no idea, but that is still pretty cool nonetheless. And yo, we get the iron blocks over here. They look so great in this shader as well. So that is honestly another major plus. And if we go towards this direction, you will notice that we will get the water over here, which also does look spectacular. And here's how the ores look like as well. They are made to be hyper realistic. Look at that, but kind of in like a cartoon theme, if that does make any sense. But nonetheless, all these textures will be made to be hyper realistic, and I could definitely appreciate that. In the underwater, it just absolutely spectacular as well, with literally every single texture made to be far more realistic, guys. Like literally, RTX is going to transform any of your Minecraft world. So here's how the sunset looks like. It is made to be incredibly bright, and you're able to tell that the sun is being reflected on the water as well. Next up, we have the Monarch RTX shader. When you load into this shader, here's how things will look like. Things are made to be far more better, and yo, we kind of get like a slight 3D effect of like all the textures as well. So I can definitely appreciate that, guys. I don't know if you guys can see it. If you look really closely to any of the textures, you will notice that there is kind of a 3D effect. But guys, if we go over here, we can go ahead and take a look at how the ores look like. The ores, yo, they are made to be glowing. Let's go, guys. So yeah, this is definitely going to help you out in like survival when you're caving and stuff like that. You're able to see the ores easier. We got diamond, redstone, and the coal ore doesn't actually have a glow. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other textures. So if we go over here, you'll notice that, yep, the iron block is made to be beautiful. Same thing with the rails. And basically, apart from that, all the textures are made to be like the vanilla Minecraft, but there's still like a slight 3D effect. And I hope you guys, oh, wait, there's like a pattern on the iron block. You guys see that? All right, yo, that is pretty cool. All right, so yeah, this shader does add like a bunch of new textures as well, so I can definitely appreciate that. But here's how the sunset looks like. The sunset does look a little bit like off, not gonna lie. I have no idea why it's like that, but you know what, this is still a pretty good shader nonetheless. Next up, we have Mr. Alt's completely normal RTX shader, so that is honestly pretty cool. But let's go ahead and see what it does have to offer. So here is how the shader does look like, and as you're able to tell, this RTX shader kind of has like a faithful style to it, so that's honestly pretty cool. Look at the sand. It is made to be so like detailed, all that. You can see like all the small little pebbles and stuff like that, so I can appreciate that significantly. And yo, dude, why do the diamonds look so good? I don't even know how to describe it, but like I love it, man. Yo, there's like reflections in the diamond ore. That is just insane. So same thing with like the emerald ore as well. Look at that. Yo, oh great. These shaders are honestly getting better and better, guys. I'm really excited about that, boys. But let's go ahead and take a look at the iron. So the iron is also made to look spectacular in this shader as well. So I can definitely appreciate that. So yeah, this shader will just add a bunch of details to all of the different textures and stuff like that. So look at that. So you'll notice that they were just made to be far more details. I believe this is a 32x texture. So that's honestly pretty sick if you do ask me. But here's how the shader does look like. It definitely does look a little bit unique. It's not as bright as some of the other shaders, and it does fall like really quickly. You're able to see the sun right over there, but for some reason it's all the way down there and you have to go like incredibly high up to actually see it. But yo, the sky honestly looks really good. Like we have so many different shades of like orange and stuff like that, and then slowly it transitions into the night sky with stars. Next up, we have the RealSource Realistic RTX texture pack. So when you load into this texture pack, it will just make every single texture look far more realistic. Look at that, boys. That is honestly just so beautiful if you do ask me. So yeah, the reason why I didn't put this one in number 1 is because I feel like I put it in number 1 all the time, and I really wanted to give like another shader the chance to be number 1. So that's why I did put it all the way up in number 2. And yo, look at that. Look at the attention to detail. They made the turtle shell realistic. Oh my god, that is just the coolest thing ever. This is something you would see like in the Galapagos Island or something like that. But yeah, anyways guys, if you go over here, here is how all the ores look like. It is made to be hyper realistic, and I just love the way the diamond looks like as well. Same thing with the redstone, the emerald as well. And yeah, like this legit just makes everything far more realistic. And we have the iron block over here, so let me just go ahead and place it down here. It is made to be so realistic. Look at that, boys. But yeah, if we go ahead and just look at any one of the textures just like anywhere in the world, you will notice that there is just an insane amount of detail. So look at that, boys. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in. There is just so much detail everywhere. Same thing with like all of the oak logs and like the wood logs as well. Like legit, this shader is just going to turn your world and make it completely unrecognizable. And here's how the underwater looks like. Even underwater, things look really good. Like as you're able to tell, the gravel is made to be realistic, the seaweed as well. And if we just take one quick glimpse at the creative inventory, you will notice that basically every single texture you could think of is made to be completely revamped. Even stuff like coral, dude, look at this. Look at how realistic the coral looks like. It literally looks like something you would see in real life. So let's go ahead and place it down over here, the coral. Yo, that is pretty sick if you do ask me. Same thing with like this one over here. Yo, okay, I love the way this one looks. Like this coral honestly looks really good, but it is so hyper realistic, guys. But if we set this bad boy to sunset, here's how things do look like. The sun is also made to be realistic, and there's so many different shades of like orange, yellow, all that good stuff, and there's even light rays coming out of the sun as well. So this is going to transform your Minecraft world. Next up, we have the RealSource Trailer RTX Shader. So when you load into the shader, here's how things will look like. And guys, it will literally transform your Minecraft world and make it look like the trailers that you guys see. And I absolutely love Minecraft trailer, guys. You know what? They always get me excited for like the next updates and stuff like that. And you could literally play that texture pack inside of your game, which is honestly pretty cool, guys. So basically, the aim of this texture pack is to make the textures as simplistic as possible. I believe it's called like bare bones texture pack. So yeah, it is kind of made to be similar to the bare bones texture pack and stuff like that. But obviously, you still are able to get the RTX lighting and stuff like that. And honestly, like the RTX lighting just makes it look more like the trailers, because the trailers usually have like really good lighting as well. But yeah, apart from that, basically all the textures are made to be pretty simple. And again, like as the name suggests, this is a pretty bare bones texture pack, so it is only going to have like the essential parts, but you're still able to tell like what is what. For example, you're still able to tell like this is trees, this is the forest and stuff like that. So that is still pretty cool nonetheless. But do not worry, guys, even the iron blocks is still made to be incredibly reflective. And look at that, guys, like it is a perfect reflection. Like this is the cleanest reflection I think I've ever seen from an RTX shader. Like it literally looks like, yeah, it's literally exactly what's behind us, which is honestly so cool if you do ask me. So yeah, you know what, I'm kind of nerdy when it comes to that, but I still do love the shader nonetheless. But if we go ahead and put it to sunset, here is how things do look like. Things look absolutely spectacular. You can see the light from the sun being reflected on the water. We got so many different shades of like pink, orange, all that good stuff. And yo, we get like these really cool like solar flares coming off from the sun. I don't know if I just butchered that completely, but this is still an absolutely amazing shader. Now guys, the downloads to all of these shaders can be found in the link in the description down below and in the pinned comment. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. See you later, French fries.